Hello everybody, this is Jason from Jazzcom Limited, and I'd like to give you an overview of 5 top tips for ongoing housekeeping on your website. So housekeeping generally is a good idea for your website just to review, what the look and feel is like, how it's performing, who has access, and what the security is like. So I'm just going to bring you through each one of those and give you an overview. So we'd recommend that you review your website and a minimum every 6 months or even monthly if you can spare the time. It's a good idea just to review how the whole website is performing for you. It's a sales channel in the same way as your shop window is a sales channel. So the more you stand outside your building, step back, have a look at your how your business is presented. It's a good idea, and so it's a good idea on your website as well. Number one and the highest priority we'd recommend is to delete your customer data as you go as part of housekeeping. This is in compliance with your customer data retention policy, which is a simple way of saying how long you keep your customer data after they've made a sale. So if your website is an e-commerce website, you should really hold on to that data for as long as it's useful. That's the simple version of GDPR. So really, do you need to keep it for 2 years or 3 years or maybe even 6 months or maybe even a month? It's a good idea to be deleting that data because that customer data is sensitive, and in the event that your website gets hacked, it would be better if you only had a month's worth of customer data as opposed to 5 years worth of customer data getting exposed. It will also help if you have less customer orders on the back end of your website. Your website will perform a little bit better if there are less orders for the system to troll through when it's running reports for you. Review the customer experience. So this is known as UX in the business. And when we were setting up a website years ago, the user experience used to be a lot more complicated and used to be pop-up boxes and jazzy backgrounds. And all of those design principles now have changed, and they're all leading towards simpler sites, lots of white space, let the data speak for itself, primarily because people are busy and they don't want to get distractions, and your visitors who come to your site do not want to be at all distracted from buying your products and services. They just want to immediately see simple things like navigation bars or call to actions. So you need to review the site and see, is the user experience simple, clear, and our customers brought to your products and services. It's better actually if you get a third party to have a look, like somebody you know, or maybe we can do it for you as well. Who has access? So you should be reviewing who has access to the back end of your website. So typically there'll be at least one administrator on the site, and then there are lower levels than that. There's an editor or a shop manager or whatever. It's bad practice to share logins. We can create as many logins as you want for a website, and then you can set different levels. Obviously, if people have left your company, it's a good idea. It's essential to delete their login after they've gone. You'd be surprised at many people who have logins years after they've left their company. So always review who has the logins to your website on the back end. Review your content. Google will consistently index your site. It will crawl your site, pick up keywords, titles, paragraph text, and it will combine all of those to create your Google listing. So things may have changed from the time that you set up your website to where your business is now, and you might want to revise those terms, revise those products, even revise the geography that's listed on your site for where your shop or your business is located. You should be looking at that closely for each page, because that's how Google sees your site, even if your business has moved on. And then finally, maintenance. We'd recommend having a maintenance contract with your web design company, and all of our customers do. We look after all the back-end updates, all of the security, and all of the backups. And we do that on a daily basis. A lot of processes are automated. And that just gives you peace of mind that your website is secure and is running as fast as it can be. But ultimately, the responsibility for looking after customer data is your responsibility as a website owner. So that's just a quick 5 tips, and if you want some more tips, we're on jazzcom.ie.